There's one stock that is about to break out. It is a uranium stock, a nuclear category theme stock. The ticker is LEU. You're going to want to take a look at this uranium company, LEU, very soon. There's a lot of government ties and a significant revenue increase in a very important segment of their business. So let's take a look at what the company's up to. We'll take a look at this gross margin increase, the government contract that is on the precipice of making this the next Oaklo, and the stock right here, okay? Why am I saying it's going to be the next Oaklo? Well, if you've seen nuclear stocks, these are the nuclear stocks. OKLO, that's Oaklo, went from 20 to 80 in just a handful of months. Could LEU quadruple again? It could, okay? I think this move is driven by OKLO. And in particular, I'm saying that not just because they both went up since the tariffs, but because this is a low price stock, this is a high price stock, and it's still having an incredible percent increase. So that's extremely rare to find, okay? Two 400% increased stocks, and they're in the same category. And I think they are connected, okay? I think there's a linkage here, and I'll tell you why. There's two other nuclear stocks. There's this SMR, this small nuclear reactor SMR stock, which has been going sideways for the last couple of weeks. And then there's NNE, which has also been going sideways. Meanwhile, OKLO is going up here, okay? LEU going up as well. And I think they could both break out in the near future. So let's jump into some fundamentals, what the company is, why we're even talking about uranium. We're talking about uranium because essentially what's happened is we have this huge AI bubble, which is leading to this huge data center bubble, which is leading to this huge energy bubble, which means we need to generate 10 times more energy than we can right now. China was able to bring on nuclear plants way earlier than we even started getting the idea to do it. Okay, we are in an administration where this kind of business and building can move forward at a breakneck pace, okay? And I think that's why there's some euphoria in this uranium sector. Specifically, this company, Centrus Energy Corp, LEU, on the New York Stock Exchange. This is what happened, okay? This is why this gross margin is so good here, okay? Leading to the chart to be so good. The gross margin increased, okay? About 80% increase. That's pretty incredible. So even though the revenue overall went down year over year, the stock's going up because they're getting into these high margin government contracts. These are the government contracts that Palantir is trying to nibble at. Palantir is getting them. This is the type of contract that Anduril, well, actually, the Palmer Luckey, he's sold Oculus to Meta, to Facebook at the time. Anduril hates these type of contracts. These are the cost plus type contracts that big companies like Lockheed Martin have just been cash cows for the past decades, okay? And LEU is getting that contract. So no matter how you feel, about the type of contract, the fact is, as a stock investor, it's super profitable, okay, to have a cost plus contract. It's high margin, and a substantial portion of the revenue decline was due to lower sales in the low enriched uranium segment, okay? LEU, that's their ticker. That was initially what they're all about. However, okay, the technical solutions segment, primarily driven by the high assay low enriched uranium, HALEU, operation contract with the DOE, saw a 48% increase in revenue. Okay? And here we go. Here's the kicker. This segment operates on a cost plus incentive fee basis, ensuring more predictable and higher margins. Okay? Can you think of a better collection of adjectives than more predictable? I guess more is I don't know what that is. And is that an adverb? Somebody correct me in the comments. And higher margins, is there anything better than more and higher? Okay, look at this chart, okay? Enough gobbledygook. You don't have to look at my desktop. This is the beautiful, beautiful opportunity right here. We have an earnings per share that's actually lower than a year ago, but accelerating revenue increase in the most important category that has room for massive growth. So you're getting this perfect storm where you can get in on a stock where its greatest potential revenue category hasn't exploded yet, but has increased. And so for that reason, there is buying activity. But because the revenue actually declined year over year, there was initially a sell-off where people are like, I don't want to be in a stock that it doesn't have revenue increasing. It's like, well, fine. If you want to get in only stocks that have increasing overall revenue, then get in some speculative penny stocks that double their revenue from 2 to 4 million and then have this euphoric jump and then just sell off. Like, we don't want those, okay? We want mid-growth stocks that just went from 50 to 200 and can go from 200 to 400, okay, in the next 6 months. But even more important than all of those, insane, unsubstantiated price targets like analysts like to give out. We're not analysts, okay? We're traders, investors, and we can put on our trader hat for a second and say, look, it's very close to the $200 level. That's a whole number. People are going to recognize it. It also goes back to this left side peak over here in June. And we do have this blue sky above 270, okay? And if we look at a 5-year chart, this thing is a huge growing category. Uranium, in particular, that HALEU, high assay, okay? LEU is the ticker. And its brothers, Oaklo, and SMR, and NNE, they all have massive volume. Oaklo is the most significant one, okay? Particularly in the past few weeks. And we can see that on the chart right here. People are getting positioned in Oaklo. LEU is going to go with Oaklo, okay? You heard it here first. And if it doesn't, you can cut it very close to this $200 level, okay? If you put 10,000 shares in here and you risk $20, well, what did you lose? You lost 200 grand, okay? And if that's your whole savings, if you're not a millionaire, multimillionaire investor watching this, looking for that edge to get your portfolio up above 20 million, up above 30 million, if you're a mom and pop Robinhood investor, if you're a 401k long investor, if you're a Roth IRA investor, if you put even 100 shares in here and you lose $20 per share, you lost 2 grand, okay, on a stock that has upside up above 250 and beyond, okay? Last value talk for the value heads, because I know they're out here, okay? Why is Oaklo leading right now? Well, they had this recent agreement, okay? It's non-binding, but it is with a data center company, okay, to supply a lot of power through 2044, okay? This is according to Reuters. And there is a race, okay? That headline from Reuters is being played out in the charts, and we're seeing SMR and NNE. NNE has been the laggard for a while now, for months, okay? SMR was sort of leg and leg with Oaklo, and right now, Oaklo is just running away with the small nuclear reactor title, okay? And there's nothing small about this category, okay? Nuclear is coming back. The AI technocrats, the tech lords love it, and ChatGPT just secured a $300 billion, that's not a misstatement, $300 billion agreement with Oracle. They're going to spend $300 billion on servers to run their AI models. So are we in a bubble? Sure. Does it matter when it's fueled by debt and when ChatGPT has billions of dollars in revenue and a $400 billion in increasing valuation? No. Is there a huge trickle down to nuclear and then uranium names? Yes. This is the stock to look at. Those are the levels. And I will see you in the next one. If you like these stock ideas, hit that subscribe button down below. If you want to chat about your portfolio, if you want to talk about stocks to buy, head over to stockscommunity.com. You can join for $25 for 7 days. There is a verified $9 million trader in that community. I'll be in that community. You can talk to me. You know, if you think it's worth it, check it out.